Alright, part 3, containers. Testing and the repairing containers. American Society of Mechanical Engineers contain the welding shop of the any of the part of the container has subject to the rest of the result of the direct fire of the must be tested the repair compliant with the code will enter the tank of the fabricated between the return of the liquid petroleum gas if the fuel tank is not returned by the liquid petroleum gas if it is going to be purged and even though combustible liquid the Department of Transportation containers should be tested in accordance with the U.S. Department of Transportation regulations. Alright, 5J 2022 the make of the containers posting owner of the contact information to your location. All the deals contained above the ground and shelf of the consumer location made with legible with the name of the telephone owner, the decal, the head extends cylinder marking. Containers gained through acquisition should be made with the mark consumer the reasonable possible no later than 24 hours the acquisition the mark of the dealer own contained with the prescribed of the rule with the result of the imposition administrative penalty provided to add 5J 2080. Containers dealer location bulk on the plan for the remote storage site with the required to be marked with the name of the telephone number, the owner with the long information prominently posted with the deal location signage, having easily read numbers and letters 4 inches in height. If the signage is posted outdoor of the location, size of the perimeter fence, if it must be constructed with weatherproof material. Alright, 5J2023 manufacturer dash sheet for the covering of the ASME tank. The all fabrication for the manufacturer itself, the associated mechanical engineer liquid petroleum gas containers provided with the manufacturer dash sheet for the container for the ASME boiler pressure vessel code section 8 of the 1986 edition. Boiler pressure codes for the American Society of Mechanical Engineers, each of the company firm of the corporation doing business operating with the state of each company and firm of the corporation doing business operating in the state shall remember the manufacturer data sheet as well as the business records along with the liquid petroleum gas containers. All such records should be available to the Inspection Bureau of Liquid Petroleum Gas during the regular business that shall be provided by the Bureau upon request. Requirements shall apply for the container of the facility which may be the ensuring of the bulk storage up to the time with 52705 0605 of those which really unutilized the truck, semi-truck, the trailers of the section only apply for the section not apply for the motor fuel containers. Alright, 5J20025. Color scheme of the piping, the location, all bulk plant liquid petroleum gas valve, all piping, the fitting with the pipe covering with the 30 inches of such valves painted red and bulk plant vapor liquid petroleum gas valves and piping fitting with the pipe covering with the 30 inches such valve with the yellow piping handled liquid petroleum gas other than propane. Some other coding used today with the 04 state with the color strip with the white strip with the maximum 3/4 inch wide, maximum 1.5 inch wide, but more than 3 inches, no less than 2 inches separation between the strip. The colors used the remainder liquid piping shall contract with the red and should not be yellow. Colors used the remainder vapor piping shall contract with the yellow and should not be red. In absence of low label color and code with the contrary of the valve of the piping fitting within 30 inches of the solid logo with liquid petroleum gas plans. Bulk plans should be colored blue with the remaining piping. All the contrast of the shall not be red yellow. Alright, unsafe containers. If there any system containing the fails to comply with the chapter 527 floor state statute rules, chapter within court of the reference designing, this is the unsafe of the Department of the State for the means of the attachment FDA, CS, the other to stop you for the order incorporated the reference 5J200404 as referred to with the red tag. Each of the red tag shall identify the containers for the incorporated and indicate with the inspection team the day of the inspection. Containers with the red tag shall not continue the inspection until all the violations have been corrected. The owner contained with the system red tag with fully notified immediately with the department. Furnish copy of the inspection report by identifying violations found red tag placed on the system. Containers do not remove with all violations have the corrected department the representative with the move of the authorized removal of the red tag system container. The system owner will be permitted to remove the red tag with the department safe if not available after the department acknowledges the receipt of the documentation of the evidence of the system owner with any other prior verifying elevation or variation violation have the corrected red tag with the master of the department immediately upon removal. Using operating with any of the red tag container system removing the red tag without authorization of the department shall be the result of the imposition of administrative penalty rule provided with the 5J20080. Alright, 5J20027 approval of liquid petroleum gas container. Liquid petroleum gas containers should conserve the approval design fabricated out of the market sand and in accordance with the requirements of Section 5.2 of the National Fire Protection Association. Liquid petroleum gas containers offered for the sale of the must meet with the requirements of the code and the fabricated requirement of the National Fire Protection Association. 527 of that flows a statute rule of being sold with the continued liquid petroleum gas. 5J2028 installation container of the roof buildings. Installation container of roof buildings are referenced in the National Fire Protection Association 58 and Section 667 is prohibited. The FJ20029 inspection dot. Some of the sections pertain to some of the manufacturing U.S. Department of Transportation out of the some of the stationary ship of the files in site, which are not jurisdictional or not required to conform to the requirements of the dot and shall include and inspect the according with the following visual inspection certificate criteria. The cylinder check with the explode with the fire dim with the cuttings and gather the corrosion according to the requirements of Section C3 2 with the Annex of the National Fire Protection Association 58 and corporate reference 58 5J2021002. Cylinder protected with color when you live put ring with intact with the firmly tap the cylinder chain with the code with the retarded corrosion. The cylinder pressure relief valve indicate the no visible damage from the corrosion operate. Components for the obstruction of no leak of the cylinder. Prove it exactly without the use of the instrument cylinders. Install it firm foundation not in contact with the soil. A cylinder that passes with visual examination should be legal mark with the date of the year of the examination filed with the letter E and A. If the result of the visual inspection is documented by the record of the inspection should be retained for the 5-year period. Cylinder that fails one or more criteria that shall not be refilled with continuous for the condition stationary cylinder shall be visually inspected for the 12 years of the day of the manufacture with 5 years of subsequent visual inspection. Alright, all that cylinder stationary surface for the effective date of the rule which are not according we qualified according with the U.S. Department of Transportation shall be inspected according with the criteria of this section no later than January 1st, 2008. Personal training with a qualified personal inspection proceeded with the training of the document according with the rule for FJ 20060. If it connect with the visual inspection failure inspect the station or test cylinder prescribed the rule shall result with the imposition of the penalty provided by the 5J 20080 Florida Administration Codes Part 4 Transportation Liquid Petroleum Gases.